telling you, you can't be selfish. Because I seen you at the All-Star game before, and you wanted to score and not pass the ball.
This guy said, did she really say you can't be selfish when she takes 30 shots and misses 27 of them instead of passing to her teammate?
Angel Reese just pulled off the ultimate egg-in-your-face moment at the Super Bowl, and honestly, it's hilarious. She called out another player for being a ball hog. Yes, Angel Reese, the queen of missed layups and forced shots, accusing someone else of not sharing the ball. The hypocrisy is thicker than her shot selection.
The NFL put this out last night. LSU legends Angel Reese, Jaden Daniels. Do not clump in Jaden with that bum. Angel only a legend in her own mind. A lot of people roasted the legend part. Legend and Angel Reese should never be in the same sentence. Reese wishes she was a legend like Caitlin Clark. Laugh out loud.
We've seen it all before. Clanking layups, padding stats with rebounds off her own bricks, and pretending like double-doubles means something when more than half the points come from cleaning up her own mess. And while her team mysteriously starts playing better whenever she's benched, she's out here chasing the spotlight like it owes her money instead of, actually working on her game.
Angel showed up with her business out. You can see the business is just everywhere. Chesticles bouncing all over the place. She's not any good at basketball, so she has to show some skin to stay relevant.
While her teammates are grinding in the gym, Angel Reese is front and center at the Super Bowl, trying to steal the spotlight like she's auditioning for reality TV. But here's the twist. It backfired spectacularly. Even her own fans couldn't defend her this time, calling her out for focusing more on clout than basketball.
Unrivaled had games yesterday? This is their season. They got games tomorrow. Angel Reese, of course, as you can expect, would be in the basketball court, deep in the lab, really putting in work. Except she wasn't.
Meanwhile, while Reese was busy playing fashion icon at the Super Bowl, Caitlin Clark was doing what she always does, putting in work. Clark doesn't need flashy outfits or viral moments to stay relevant. Her game does all the talking. While Reese was making headlines for all the wrong reasons, Clark was quietly dominating, inspiring the next generation, and reminding the world why she's on a completely different level. In fact, Clark actually did not attend the Super Bowl to make sure she can put in a workout and welcome her new teammate to Indiana, DeWanna Bonner.
Now, we know Caitlin Clark is down in New Orleans as well, taking care of business, bruh. She's doing her Gatorade thing. She got a Nike commercial about to drop. She's doing drills. She's not on the red carpet half naked. I'm telling you, bruh, Caitlin Clark definitely looked like she's taking care of everything she needed to get done to go back to Indiana and finish getting ready for the 2025 season.
And let's talk about impact because the numbers don't lie. Reese strutted around the Super Bowl like she was the main attraction, but Clark's jersey retirement, yes, just her jersey retirement, pulled in 1.1 million viewers without her even playing a game. That's right, Clark didn't even have to pick up a basketball to outdraw Reese's actual games, which can't even scrape together less than 100,000 viewers on a good day.
Caitlin Clark being in the building, 1.1 million average viewers.
Angel Reese failed to break 100,000 viewers. Now tell me again how everybody's tuning in for you.
It's painfully clear. Caitlin Clark is about greatness. Angel Reese is about attention. Angel Reese's Super Bowl stunt was the perfect snapshot of why she'll never be on Clark's level. She had the audacity to criticize another player for not passing the ball when she's literally the biggest ball hog in women's basketball. It's like LeBron James calling someone out for flopping. Make it make sense.
I see you miss layups just like they do and everything, but forget them. I mean, I miss layups too. So, I mean,
everybody miss layups, but they can't get mad if I get the rebound. Box me out.
Yeah.
You're like 6'4". Is there a reason you cannot hit a damn layup?
Don't be mad because your fave didn't box her out. That's what I say.
Reese has made a career out of forcing bad shots, ignoring open teammates, and missing layups like it's a hobby. Yet, she's got the nerve to throw shade. The delusion is Olympic gold medal worthy. Let's talk about what's really happening in the unrivaled league. You know, the league where Reese was supposed to prove that people watch for her too.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero zip, nothing. Angel Reese may be playing in the league, but who wants to see a goofy 6'6" woman miss layups? Not I.
Angel Reese is failing, spectacularly. Her games are unwatchable, like a blooper reel on repeat. Missed layups, forced shots, empty stats. She'll take 5 shots just to make 1, then her fans act like she's out here dropping triple-doubles. But let's be honest, she's just rebounding her own mistakes. The reality is a lot are just watching to see her blooper reel.
Is there anybody else in the WNBA or NBA that does this more than Reese? From tonight's game, third quarter, in 16 seconds, Reese took 4 shots, missed the first 3 shots, got an offensive rebound off her own 3 misses, and then finally made the 4th. But, quote, double-double, this looks just like Chicago Sky shit from last year.
And here's the brutal truth. Her team plays better without her. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. The moment she's on the bench, the offense flows, the defense tightens up, and suddenly, it's like watching actual basketball. If she were really the star she thinks she is, her absence would hurt the team, not improve it.
Angel Reese fans are celebrating another double-double. And I do understand a double-double from her and a win, missing your shots.
Now let's flip the script to Caitlin Clark. She doesn't need to force shots. She doesn't need to pad her stats. She just dominates, effortlessly. And here's the wild part. Clark didn't even need to touch the court to outshine Reese. While Reese was out there making headlines for her Super Bowl antics, Clark didn't even have to show up, and her Nike commercial gets millions of views. She's breaking records without even lifting a finger. Meanwhile, Reese is struggling to get people to care about her actual games. Clark's presence alone is enough to break viewership records, while Reese has to rely on controversy just to get a mention.
That's crazy. Just by her going to the game, it's the second most watched NCAA game. Like, that's crazy. That just shows how popular she is right now.
The one thing I would say about Caitlin Clark fans, they'll go anywhere she goes.
And let's not ignore the obvious. One player is focused on basketball, the other is focused on fame. Clark is in the gym, locked in, while Reese is busy chasing photo ops, complaining about WNBA salaries, and pretending to be a victim whenever things don't go her way.
Whatever she thinks she is or she's moving the needle, no. People are reaching for their remote when her games come on and clicking to something else. They're tuning out.
Reese's Super Bowl stunt exposed everything wrong with her approach. She talks a big game, but when it's time to back it up, it's nothing but missed layups and excuses. While she was trying to hijack the spotlight, Clark was doing what she does best, focusing on her craft, inspiring millions, and proving why she's the face of women's basketball.
What was crazy about this, the numbers were much better than NBA legend Kobe Bryant's jersey retirement ceremony on December 18, 2017 on Iowa versus USC February 3rd. It was also the second most watched game in NCAA history, just by her going to the game.
If Angel Reese actually cared about getting better, she'd be in the gym working on her finishing instead of showing up to every big event like she's an honorary Kardashian. But that's the thing, she's not interested in being great. She's interested in being famous.
This is why Angel Reese's game is never going to get better, y'all. Her mom telling her this, and her fans are the same exact way. Zero accountability, bro. Imagine this, y'all. You playing basketball in front of the whole world. People have been constantly criticizing your game, and you messing up on the court. There's all this film and everything about what you need to do better and what you're messing up on. And your mom is just sitting here telling you, well, forget them. Just forget them, bro. Like, that's terrible advice.
While the unrivaled league is fighting for relevance, what does Reese do? Skip practice, start a podcast, complain about her paycheck, and chase every celebrity event she can find. Her priorities are crystal clear, and none of them involve becoming a better basketball player.
Like we see why Angel Reese is the way that she is. Man, look at how her mom is just talking to her, telling her just forget them, bro. But then y'all are so mad that the world doesn't like her and talk so much shit about her, bro.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, everybody misses layups. I'm so tired of this everybody misses layups thing. Yes, a whole bunch of basketball players miss layups, but people are not missing layups like Angel Reese.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is the definition of locked in. She's not skipping practice. She's not chasing clout. Even at the Super Bowl, she was doing drills, staying engaged, and representing the game with class. That's the difference. One is building a legacy, the other is building a highlight reel for Instagram.
Statistically the worst finisher in the league. So that means you're last and at the bottom. So that means you're the worst and nobody is missing like you are.
God, this is not rocket science. Angel Reese GPA holders, bro. This is not rocket science, man. This is amazing. Y'all just cannot keep it real with this girl, bro. That's why she looks like an unrivaled.
And here's the plot twist. Even Reese's own fans are over it. They're starting to realize the truth. She's all talk. She complains about being underpaid, but isn't putting in the work to prove she's worth more. Meanwhile, Clark is setting an example for young athletes, focusing on growth and actually improving her game.
Fair enough. Like if Steph Curry showed up somewhere, there would be more posts about Caitlin Clark showing up there. There are levels to fame, and the level of fame Caitlin Clark is at might be up there with the highest levels there are.
Reese wants to be famous more than she wants to be great. She claims people over-sexualize her, but then shows up at the Super Bowl in an outfit that even her most loyal fans cringed at. It's not just a basketball issue, it's a mindset issue. Caitlin Clark is out here building a legacy, breaking records, elevating the game, and inspiring the next generation. Angel Reese? She's just trying to stay relevant. And if you needed more proof of this growing gap, just look at the recent ESPN rankings. Caitlin Clark sits comfortably near the top, solidifying her status as one of the most dominant forces in basketball. She's breaking records not just on the court, but in viewership numbers and media presence. Her name has become synonymous with success.
We've got ESPN's ranks of WNBA players right now, and Caitlin Clark is really high. One could argue she's not high enough, but I think it's pretty surprising for a lot of these folks. I will tell you this straight up. Angel Reese ain't nowhere to be found in the top 10. She's not involved. You're not here. Sorry, but not sorry. You're not to be seen.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese? She barely cracked the top 15. For someone who talks such a big game, she's sitting in a spot that screams overhyped. The ranking exposes everything we've been saying. Hype can only carry you so far. You need actual results to back it up. Reese's placement on that list isn't a coincidence. It's the natural outcome of someone who's more focused on TikTok clout than improving her jump shot. Most would even argue it's too high.
So, let's all get a laugh together here, because this is the list. And you see the list, right? Well, I don't see, correct me if I'm wrong, do you see Angel Reese on this list?
And the reaction to these rankings? Pure comedy. Reese's fans scrambling to defend her like the rankings don't matter. But let's be honest, if she was ranked in the top 5, they'd be the first ones parading it around. The double standard is real. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark doesn't even need to acknowledge the rankings. Her game speaks for itself.
A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
Now let's talk about Reese's WNBA team, the Chicago Sky. Because it's not a pretty sight, not a single marquee free agent is going to the Sky. Not one. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Someone check on Reese because she's clearly stuck in her own delusion, claiming people want to play with her. Remember this? Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever are stacked, collecting talent like they're assembling the Avengers. Natasha Howard, a champion, defensive beast, and certified bucket getter. Here's what she had to say upon joining the team.
It's going to be Caitlin Clark Flash Show. So it's going to be phenomenal playing with a point guard, like you said, that have a good vision on the court, because that's like as soon as she get the ball in her hand, she's throwing it up because she already see the person down the court before she even get the ball in her hand. So that's one thing I love about her vision on the court. I really can't wait to catch all those passes and give her all the assists that she needs.
DeWanna Bonner, a 6'4" walking mismatch, elite scorer, and part of the WNBA's elite. And guess what? She just went to Twitter war with all the Fever critics.
She's gone online for 2 times. One is to call out the crazy people attacking her right now because she joined the Fever.
Sophie Cunningham? She's bringing the spice, the swagger, and enough trash talk to rattle an entire arena. And who did she want to play with?
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I've never really I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day, for real.
And Sydney Colson? Even if she's not logging big minutes, she's about to turn the locker room into the most fun, high-energy vibe the Fever have ever had. Chemistry? Through the roof.
Talked to Sydney Colson today about her signing with Indiana. She said that Kelsey Mitchell was actually the first person she hit up because they built a bond here, playing AU for the last 3 years. She said she heard some good things about Caitlin Clark from her Aces teammate Kate Martin as well, so that made the decision easy.
Do we see a pattern here? They all chose to be in Indiana. They all chose to play with the Fab Four of Caitlin, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. So while Reese is busy chasing clout, the Indiana Fever are out here building a dynasty. The Fever are here, and they're not just participating, they're dominating.
You know that I'm very excited, and I really agree with a lot of the moves the Indiana Fever have made. There's not been one trade or pickup that the Indiana Fever have made that I have not been on board with. I'm on board with every single one. And I just want to say the fact that the Indiana Fever have gone out and got these great players like a Natasha Howard, like a Dewana Bonner, like a Sophie Cunningham, the fact that they've gone out and got these great players shows that they believe Caitlin Clark is great right now. They are on board with the Caitlin Clark vision, and it just makes me happy because they're not treating Caitlin Clark like a rookie who is gonna be good in 10 years. No, they're treating her like a superstar who is good right now.
The Super Bowl was the final nail in the coffin. While Reese was busy trying to trend on Twitter, Clark was proving once again why she's the biggest name in sports. And here's the reality. The gap between them isn't closing, it's getting wider. Caitlin Clark is dominating headlines for all the right reasons. Angel Reese is chasing attention, making excuses, and fading into irrelevance. The Super Bowl didn't expose Caitlin Clark. It exposed Angel Reese.
I cannot believe this is actually a clip that somebody put out to try to make her look good. This makes her look terrible. I'm shocked. That was pathetic. And then finally, she makes the layup. We're celebrating that? Really?
With Caitlin leading the charge, the Fever are about to make the league very uncomfortable. Teams thought they had time? Wrong. The season hasn't even started yet, but just know, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are coming, and they're not here to play nice. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.